The American Nightmare didn't come to talk. He came to fight. You're watching Wrestling Stream's No Filler, Just Fire, and tonight, Familia, we are breaking down the most explosive SmackDown moment of the entire road to WrestleMania season. Cody Rhodes returned to Friday Night SmackDown last night, and he didn't deliver a promo. He didn't do a slow, dramatic walk to the ring. He pulled up on his bus, spotted Randy Orton, and went straight at him like a man who had been waiting all week to get his hands on the Viper. The PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania erupted, and by the time it was all over, security was flying over announce tables, a celebrity was laid out on the mat, and the crowd was chanting "Let them fight" while the entire show descended into absolute chaos. This is the one you need to watch again. Let's get into it. The night started with Randy Orton walking out to a crowd that was doing full crowd karaoke to his theme, singing along despite or maybe because of every ruthless thing he's done lately. And that alone tells you everything about where this feud is. Orton doesn't need the fans to hate him. He needs them fascinated by him. He took the microphone and reminded everyone exactly what happened. 2 weeks ago, Cody Rhodes stood in that ring and told Randy he needed him to be the best version of himself. He told him to hear the voices. He gave him his blessing. And Orton, cold and calculated, looked dead into the camera and said the problem was never the voices in his head, it was everyone else's voice getting in the way. He'd been shutting those voices out for years, focused on legacy, focused on chasing championship number 15. And then Cody opened the door. So now that the voices are back, Orton wants everyone to know he cannot be held responsible for what happens next. That's not a warning. That's a declaration of war. Before Orton could finish revealing who had been speaking to him, Matt Cardona came storming down the ramp, slid into the ring, and cracked Randy across the skull with the microphone. Now look, Cardona got destroyed last week. He got called an indie nerd, he got embarrassed verbally, and he got RKO'd in front of the entire WWE universe. Earlier in the night, Aleister Black and Zelina actually laughed at Cardona to his face, mocking him for picking a fight he can't win just because his ego was bruised over being called a marky stooge. So this moment, the microphone shot, it was cathartic for Cardona's character, but Familia, let's keep it honest. Orton didn't flinch. He hit Cardona back fast, and later in a sanctioned bout, Orton methodically broke him down and finished it with a clean RKO. Matt Cardona tried to stand up. Randy Orton reminded him of the difference in levels. And then he still wasn't done talking. But neither was Cody Rhodes. There was no time for a dramatic entrance, no music hit, no big announcement. Rhodes showed up on his bus and the only thing on his mind was getting to the ring. And when he got there, it was on. Security tried to do their jobs, they pulled the two apart, they formed a wall between them, but Orton just shoved security out of the way to get more shots in on the champion. Cody, not to be outdone, charged right back through the chaos. Officials scrambled. The crowd screamed. And then the chant started, "Let them fight." This is what a WrestleMania main event build looks like, Familia. This is the energy. Orton eventually made his way out of the ring and then launched a member of security over the announce table just because he could. Classic Viper. Always needs to get the last word in. But Cody used that exact moment, that split second of distraction, to catch Orton completely off guard and land shots right on top of the announce table. The Pittsburgh crowd lost their minds. This wasn't a clean, choreographed segment. This felt real. This felt like two men who genuinely cannot coexist in the same building anymore. And then Jelly Roll Yes, the country rap icon, came out to try to get between them, and Orton, without blinking, RKO'd him too. Then he laughed all the way up the aisle while Cody tended to Jelly Roll on the mat. That image right there is Randy Orton in 2026 in a single frame. He doesn't care who you are. He doesn't care what the optics look like. The voices told him to do it, so he did it and he walked away smiling. Now let's zoom out for a second, because the story here is so much deeper than one brawl. Cody once stood alongside Orton as a young talent learning the business. That shared history adds a dimension to this rivalry that you simply cannot manufacture. This isn't two strangers fighting over a title. This is a mentor and his student, a former friend and brother, meeting on the road to the biggest stage in the world. Orton betrayed Cody after years of friendship, and the undisputed WWE champion is now walking into WrestleMania 42 with that betrayal fueling every single step. And the reaction from the crowd makes this even more layered. A huge portion of that Pittsburgh audience was singing Orton's theme, cheering his chaos, embracing the Viper's return to pure ruthlessness, which puts Cody in a fascinating position. He's the champion. He's the good guy. But the crowd is split, and Orton knows exactly how to use that. Every time Randy walks out and that arena sings his theme back to him, it chips away at Cody just a little bit more. That's psychological warfare at the highest level. The brawl was fantastic. The storytelling has been fantastic. And what's clear at this point is that this is the better of the two WWE title matches heading into WrestleMania 42. The personal stakes are there. The history is there. The physicality is there. All they need now is one more layer of depth, one more reveal, one more secret, one more moment that makes this feud unforgettable before Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The road to WrestleMania is coming to its final stretch, Familia. And right now, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes are running it together, except only one of them is going to make it out of Vegas as champion. The Viper is unleashed. The American Nightmare is awake. And WrestleMania 42 is almost here. That's all for today's breakdown right here on Wrestling Streams. If this video fired you up, smash that like button, drop your prediction in the comments who walks out of WrestleMania 42 as undisputed WWE champion, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a single second of the road to WrestleMania coverage. We're Familia here, and Familia never misses. See you in the next one.